Hello, welcome to our practice today. We're going to start in a cross-legged seated position. So when you're ready on your yoga mat or wherever you are on the ground, find a comfortable seat. The feet can go directly under the knees, or the feet can be in line with the center of your body, the ankle in front of the other ankle. So maybe explore that, or if it feels better with the feet under the knees, you have two options, or you can find a third. But when you're ready, place the hands on the knees, lift the heart nice and tall. Begin to breathe in and out the nose, finding a light breath and a tall spine. Shoulders are relaxed and down, and the mind settles into our practice today. So breathing in and out the nose, sealing the lips closed, softening the breath is an ideal way to begin any yoga practice. Before we do any movement, we just want to ground ourselves for a moment, connect with our mind and body. Notice how you're feeling. Notice any tension in the body, because we eventually will start to form some kind of tightness. All of us are unique, so that can be in your hips or in your shoulders. But with your breath, just notice as you breathe into the belly and slowly breathe out back into the space around you. If anything comes to your attention, simply breathe into it, become aware of it, and then gently let it go as you breathe out again. Lift the heart a little bit taller. And then we'll bring the palms together, the fingertips to touch. And Anjali Mudra. We'll find a moment here to pause for gratitude for our breath, to be here right now, to feel this presence with our breath, with our body, with our mind, to just savor the next few minutes, to explore with kindness how we're doing today. Whisper, I love you to yourself. I appreciate you. I am grateful. We'll bring our thumbs to our third eye, to the center of our forehead. Take a nice inhale through the nose. As we begin and release and start some movements for our practice today. Rest the hands back down onto the knees. And we'll begin with eagle arms. So we'll cross the left elbow over the right, and we'll just begin to wind the arms, finding a place for the hands that feels good. Keep the shoulders down and away from the ears, but the spine is nice and long. Begin to lift the elbows. If you would like to increase the stretch. And then on your exhale, we'll release and switch sides. Right elbow over the left. And lifting the elbows without lifting the shoulders. Breathe in and release as you let go. Hands back down onto the knees. And we'll reach the left fingertips away. Bring the right shoulder and the right ear down to the right shoulder as we stretch into the neck. Breath in, breath out, bring the chin to the chest. Inhale, right ear back to the right shoulder and back to center, and switch sides. Right fingertip reaches away and left ear down to the left shoulder. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, bring the chin slowly to the chest. Notice if you are rounding in the upper body and if you can keep the heart lifted and the shoulders down and back. Inhale, left ear back to left shoulder and back to center. And then we'll close the knees together and start to walk the feet away. Popcorn the knees by bending the knees one at a time. Just bringing some energy into the lower body. Flex and point the toes. Maybe you spread the pinky toes away or your toes apart. And then we'll bring the left foot into the inner thigh. We'll twist to the left. So pressing your left foot into your center, in the center of your right inner thigh. Right hand reaches to the left knee, left hand reaches back. Go for a twist. Without leaning into your left hand, keep your weight in the hips. Very good. Cross the left foot over the right knee and we'll twist over to the right. You can place the left elbow on the left knee. Right hand reaches back. Very good. Bring both legs back to a staff or a pike, and then we'll switch sides. Right foot comes to the inner left thigh. Make sure that you're kind of consciously pressing your right foot into your left leg before you start to twist over to the right. Left hand on the right knee, right hand reaches back. And I invite you to flex your left toes as you twist, keeping the weight lifted. And then right foot over the left knee and keep your twist going over to the left. Right elbow can be on the right knee. Where your right hand goes, that's up to you. And then come back to center. Staff or pike. And popcorn the knees again. Just kind of popping the legs, bending the knees, flex and point. And we'll meet in a tabletop position. So with the hands under the shoulders and the knees under the hips, find a flat back and open your fingertips as wide as possible. Index fingers are facing forwards. Notice if you are already starting to arch the back or be loose with the back and tuck in the hips and tuck in the ribs so you can find a strong core before we do a few rounds of cat and cow. And when you're ready, on your next inhale, start to arch the back. Lift the chin up, lift your gaze. Keep the mouth closed. Breathe in. And breathe out through the nose as you hollow. Find your Halloween cat, chin to chest. Press into the toes. And again, 2 more times. Inhale, move with your breath as you arch. Cow pose. And exhale, hollow into your cat pose, engaging into the hands and feet. One more time. Maybe you're a little bit more dramatic this time as you arch, lift, and smoothly exhale and move into your cat pose. Maybe you can see your belly. Very good. Curl the toes, send the heels back towards the hips, and come into a bit of an active child's pose. Option to rest the head on the ground. You don't have to. Keep the fingertips reaching away from you. Keep the arms active and long. Breathe into the belly. And exhale, we'll come back to that cat pose. Think of hollowing through the upper body as you lower the hips, as you come into cobra. Point into the tops of the toes, deep back bend. Lift the chin. Curl the toes again, lift the knees, exhale, downward facing dog. Bend into the knees if you need to. Pressing the heels down into the ground. The feet are hip width apart. As you breathe in, think of where your breath is traveling. You get to control the direction of your breath, the pace of your breath. So with your deep inhales and exhales, just notice the sensation of the stretch as you're breathing deeply into the belly. Keep pressing away from the floor. Hold here for one more breath. And as you exhale, start to walk the feet forward, coming into a forward fold. Grab a hold of opposite elbows, sway left and right. Let the upper body get loose and light. And then when you're ready, release the hands onto the ground, press into the outer edges of the feet, chin to chest as you slowly rise up to mountain's pose. Chin to chest, circle the arms around and up, palms will touch. Exhale, hands to heart. Anjali Mudra. Pressing the fingertips together as you reach the hands up towards the sky and gracefully, gently, lightfully fold back down into your forward fold. Bend into the knees, chin to chest. Step the right foot back. Big step. Come into a deep low lunge. Drop the back knee, point into the back toes. Inhale, lift both arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms, bend into the elbows. Reach the fingertips down and up again. Inhale, low lunge. And exhale again, cactus the arms. Very good. Bring both hands inside of your left foot. So maybe you can heel toe your left foot over to the left or the outer edge of your mat. Again, with the index fingers facing forward and the fingertips spread apart. Curl your back toe, lift your back knee, step back into a plank pose. Feet together, hold here, high plank. Find that flat back, tuck the hips, knit the ribs, straight body. Hold here for one more inhale. And slowly lower the knees. Keep your upper body nice and in control as you lower down slowly. Elbows are by the sides of the body. Roll the shoulders down and back as you start to lift the heart up and come into cobra again. Curl the toes, downward facing dog. Adjust as you need to. Bend into the knees, or maybe the legs can stay nice and straight. Downward dog is an interesting pose that takes time to really kind of figure out what works best for you. Make sure that the hips are pointing towards the sky and we're not over-rounding or overextending too much any part of the body. Hold one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. And walk the toes forward again, forward fold. Feet are hip width apart. Maybe you grab opposite elbows again. Let the upper body get heavy. Let go of the arms and slowly roll into your mountains pose again. Arms circle around and up. This time we'll grab a hold of the left wrist, bend over to the right, press into your left foot. Inhale back to center, switch sides, grab a hold of your right wrist as you bend over to the left. Inhale back to center, palms touch, exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, keep pressing the fingertips together and swan dive, or just find your way back into a forward fold. Bending into the knees, heart is right next to the knees. And this time, step the left foot all the way towards the back of your mat. Again, finding our low lunge, lower the back knee, point into the back toes. Inhale, lift both arms up. And exhale, bend into the arms, cactus arms. So we're doing these big arm circles. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, we bend into the elbows, opening the heart. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, bend into the elbows. Very good. Bringing the hands inside of the right foot, heel toe the right foot away from you, so you have a little space for your chest, your hands. Curl the back toe, lift the back knee off the ground, and again, we're going to come into plank, both feet together. Find your straight body. Lift the kneecaps, strong legs, strong core, strong shoulders, strong arms. Hold for one more breath in. And as you exhale, you can lower down onto the knees, or you can fall into a chaturanga with the body straight. Melt into your cobra, point the toes. Exhale, downward dog. Pressing the heels into the earth, opening up the shoulders. That cobra to downward dog is such a good spinal movement. Good movement for your whole body. Keep breathing into the belly, deeply and softly. One more inhale. And exhale, you can walk or you can hop your feet into forward fold. Maybe holding onto opposite elbows. Release as you breathe out. And lower the hands onto the ground. Heel toe the feet together. And we're going to get ready for chair pose. So when you are ready, find the strength to bend into your knees, lift the arms, lift the chest, and hold. If you find a bit of a challenge in the upper body holding the arms straight, you can bring the hands to Anjali Mudra, hands to heart, or you can keep the arms lifted if you are interested in a bit of a challenge today. Notice where your mind wanders when there's a bit of struggle. Notice if your breath can stay soft. Hold for one more breath. Find that strength. Strengthen your breath. Inhale, extend the legs straight. Mountains pose, Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold. Very good. Inhale, halfway lift, lifting the heart, the chin, straightening the legs a little bit. Exhale, forward fold, chin to chest. Very good. Open the toes, come into a yogi squat, lower the hips all the way down. Bring the hands to the heart. Use your elbows to press the knees away from you. If this is a bit too intense, you can always come into an easy pose or a cross-legged seated position. Keep the spine as lengthened as you can. And when you're ready, lower all the way down to a seated position. We'll cross the ankles, feet under the knees, hands resting on top of the knees. Heart is lifted, shoulders are down. Find your breath as you breathe into the belly. And deeply release out through the mouth or out through the nose. One more time, breathe deeply. Bring the hands to the heart. And notice where you are now. Both in a big and small way. So physically, your muscles, how your body actually feels, but also very subtly, emotionally, how are you feeling? Come back to your breath. Come back to that lovely feeling of gratitude, of appreciation where you are. Allowing the mind to settle, the body to settle for just a few minutes is a tremendous impact on how we feel, how we can improve and create small changes that will help us on a daily basis. Some moments of quiet and awareness, gratitude, very small gestures to ourselves that we can give endlessly and consistently if we can, which we can. One of these days we will practice Shavasana together, laying on the ground and meditating for a few minutes, but we will end our practice today with one more final breath together. So when you're ready, let's bring our thumbs to our third eye, to the center of our forehead. Thank you so much for sharing your time today. Take a deep inhale through the nose, feeling the depth of your breath. And let everything go as you breathe out. And as you ease back into the rest of your beautiful, beautiful day.